Baroque Cello Breakdown by Sarah Stone. Episode 2. Method, Theory, and Practice to Learn in a Short Time the Cello in its Perfection, also known as How to Play Cello, by Corrette. Corrette's Fragments of Advice. We're still in Chapter 2. After learning how to hold a bow, Corrette gives us some pro tips before we can get to Section 3, known as when to play an up bow. First, if you're going to try out one of the thumb under bow grips, Corrette says to angle a bow towards the bridge, not towards the fingerboard like that we played today. Next, he encourages us, saying, those who play the violin easily learn the cello because the bowing is the same. But for those who play gamba, in the beginning they have trouble because the bowing is the opposite. When the gamba is pushing, down bow, the cello is pulling, up bow. And when the cello is pushing, the gamba is pulling. A little practice easily overcomes this difficulty, and people who play the gamba also have an advantage when learning cello. So here, the vocabulary words tiré and poussant are important because Corrette uses letters T and P to represent up bow and down bow in his bowing diagrams later in the chapter. Next, Corrette says to play in the middle of the bow and use big, firm bow strokes with a clear sound without stiffening the arm. He says, make sure to place the bow 3 or 4 fingers above the bridge. And this is kind of fun because great minds really do think alike. He sounds exactly like Christopher Simpson in The Division Viol, and it's great to see that same idea reiterated here. Lastly, Corrette says we play notes by pushing and pulling when notes are of equal value alternately. Sometimes you need to play 2 push notes in a row, other times 2 pulled, but this is less frequent. So when I read this paragraph, I pretty much skipped over it. But on second thought, he's actually saying if you need to fix the bowing so that it comes out with a down bow on a strong note, do it with an extra up bow and not by retaking. This is pretty key. I've definitely retaken the bow more often than I have played 2 up bows in a row to fix a bowing, so I'm going to have to rethink what I do for sure. Here's a summary of everything that we've learned today from Corrette.